Fully automating your smart home is the holy grail of having a smart home. Having it do things automatically is the whole reason we want a smart home in the first place. It's just to make our life a little bit easier. Well, in my case, it's just one big toy. But you can't do that without sensors. Today, we're going to look at motion sensors, which just turned on these lights. This is the Onvis for HomeKit. Let's check it out. Hi guys, my name is Eric. You're watching ModernDayTech, where I like to simplify tech for your life. I am building this awesome smart home. If you want to come along for the journey and learn how to do it yourself, I hope you would consider subscribing. For full disclosure, Onvis did send this to me for a full honest review, but that won't sway my opinion in one way or another. I will be leaving affiliate links down below where you can pick up this product, and also a link to my website to my full pros and cons list, which I do update occasionally. So if you come back a year from now and want to see what I think of the product a year later, check out that link down below. So like I mentioned, sensors are an important part of a smart home. It's not the first thing that you need on your list, but after you get a couple plugs and bulbs, you definitely want to consider sensors. Now there are two major types of sensors. There's the door and window sensors, and then a motion sensor like this Onvis motion sensor. Now if you are using HomeKit, Onvis is definitely one of the cheapest out there on the market. I don't think it is the cheapest. I think Aqara is the cheapest, but then you need an additional hub in addition to your Apple hub. What's great about Onvis is that you don't need an Apple hub or a HomeKit hub if you don't want to. I highly recommend one, which you can use a Apple TV with, I think it's a 4th generation, a iPad with iOS, I think it's 10 and above, and a HomePod. You can use any of those as Apple hub. That way you can use this for automations, and it can be triggered even when you're not home. Another nice thing about this Onvis motion sensor is that it's not just a motion sensor. It actually has a humidity sensor in there and also a temperature sensor. Onvis does use Bluetooth for its communication, which connects directly to your phone if that's the way you want to set it up. Like I said earlier, I think you should set this up with the Apple HomeKit hub. That way you get automations and you can use it remotely. So I'm going to assume that you have it set up like that already. But being Bluetooth in the first place is probably not the best for larger homes. If you do have a larger home, unfortunately, you can't put this probably more than 30, maybe if you're lucky 40 feet. I'm about 40 feet away from my Apple TV, and the signal comes in and out. Sometimes when I walk into the room, it doesn't go off. Most of the time it does, and it's pretty quick. There might be a slight delay, but unfortunately there's times that I do walk in the room and it doesn't go off at all. It does use 2 AAA batteries, which they do include, and they say it can last about a year. I'll be updating my full pros and cons list, so if you want to get an update on the batteries, check out my full pros and cons list right there or down in the description. It does include 2 double-sided pads and also a couple screws, so you can easily mount this in any location. Setting this up is super easy. I do recommend that you do set it up in HomeKit and use the HomeKit app. You can try the Onvis app if you want to. I checked it out and it's definitely nothing to write home about. Supposedly you're supposed to get more features in the app like time intervals and day records, but I just found it very buggy. So I just deleted it off my phone and continue to use it just in HomeKit. But to add this to HomeKit, hit the plus in top right. Go ahead, scan the QR code which is on the side of the motion sensor, and within a couple of seconds it's automatically going to add. You can designate what room you're going to put this in, and if you're not already using zones, I highly recommend that you use zones. If you want to see a video of how to set up zones in rooms, check out this video right up there or the link down in the description. I think there's a lot of value here. Definitely for HomeKit, you are getting 3 sensors in one. For that price, you're getting a temperature sensor, a motion sensor, and a humidity sensor. You really can't go wrong there. The only downside is that it is Bluetooth. So if you do have a larger home, or if you know you want to place this somewhere beyond probably 30 feet, this might not be for you. But if you do know that's going to be close enough to your HomeKit hub, this is definitely a winner, especially for that price. If you guys want to see the next video in my HomeKit series, check that out right there. If this is your first time here, I hope you will consider it so you can check out my future videos on HomeKit. Press that blue circle right there, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
No, nothing can break me.